Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? It's your man Esco for show in the building. Come on, y'all. Do I gotta tell you? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. It's Work It Out Wednesday, y'all. It's Work It Out Wednesday. Grind time, baby. I said it's grind time, baby. It's time to get real intense about navigating toward your destination. Let's get it, y'all. I said let's get it, y'all. I don't think y'all ready. You hear Mason in the background. Breathe, stretch, shake, let it go. Let's work it out Wednesday, y'all. Let's make it happen. Are y'all ready to get it this morning? Let's get it. Come on, man. I'm going in. I ain't try. You know what? We had a little bit of that. All right, let's go. Let's go. Yo, good morning, y'all. Good morning. It's your man Esco First Show in the building. I'm ready to go in this morning, y'all. Are y'all ready? I'm ready to go in this morning. It's Work It Out Wednesday. It's Work It Out Wednesday. All right, I'm ready to hit y'all with the motivational quote of the day. Here we go. When life knocks you down, try to land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. Let's let that breathe for a minute. I'm going to say it one more time. When life knocks you down, try and land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. It's Work It Out Wednesday, y'all. Let's go in with this. So, I'm super hyped about this one right here. Because the subject that I'm going to talk about today is my grandson. Yes, Mr. Chambers Thomas Lewis. This little dude right here, 5 years old, ball of energy, can go from 0 to 100 from as soon as his eyes open. So when I was thinking about this quote and I was thinking about what I was going to talk about on Work It Out Wednesday, I remember back, we had him for the holidays for Christmas, and he wanted a football set. You know, he played flag football, but now he wants to step it up. He want to play with the big boys. He want to hit. He want the contact. So me and his nana went and got him the helmet, the chin strap, mouthpiece, shoulder pads, the jersey, the pants, the pads and the pants, cleats, whole nine, right? So one day, me and him out here, just, playing around. We're throwing the ball back and forth, this, that, and the third. So I tell him to go back. I said, go back. And I zoomed it to him, but I kind of lobbed it up. So what little dude did was he went back and I could see him, and it was like this. And he reached to grab it, and as soon as he did, he fell back. Well, he landed on his back, and he actually caught the ball. But the problem was, he couldn't get up. Man, when I say this dude looked like a turtle on his shell, he was on his back, and he was like this, and he had the helmet and the shoulder pads, and he was like, Pop, I can't get up. And I said, and instantly I was wanting to come and help him. I ain't gonna lie, I was laughing a little bit. But I said, no, you gotta work it out. Because you get out there on that field, ain't nobody gonna be able to run out there and keep, helping you get up every time you get hit and fall. So, watch little dude, he struggled for just a hot minute. But what he did was, he took his face mask and pulled himself up. And he pulled his head up, and then he was able to get up. And that's what made me think about this quote today. It said, when life knocks you down, try and land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. And that's what he did. He landed on his back. But see, the thing is that I want to put in correlation with us as adults and how we deal with everyday life and situations sometimes, yeah, life will knock us on our back. But the thing is, like those shoulder pads and like that helmet, sometimes we take on some things that are a little unfamiliar to us or a little heavy, a little cumbersome, and they kind of throw us off a little bit. We're not used to having that extra weight or that extra burden or whatever that thing is on us. And so when we do get knocked down, it's kind of, we're not used to doing the normal thing to come out of it. And that's how he was. He wasn't used to having those shoulder pads on. He wasn't used to having that helmet. And it was harder for that hot second. His mind he had to retrain his mind and think like, okay, I'm used to getting up this way and I could turn and just pop back up. But now I got this on me and this helmet, these pads, I got to figure out a different way to maneuver. And that's what he did. He took his hands and he grabbed his face mask and he pulled himself up. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all today on this Work It Out Wednesday. Sometimes, when life, or you feel like life has knocked you down and you land on your back and you feeling that weight of that extra job you had to take on to take care of your bills, or those extra classes you took on in school, or that sickness that someone has and you're having to, help and support that person, or whatever the case may be. Whatever it feels like that is not normal to your life or to your day that you're carrying, now you're trying to maneuver and figure out how I'm going to work it out. How I'm going to make it. How can I continue to push on? How can I continue to go forward? But just like the quote said, and just like my grandson did, when you get knocked down or you feel like, life has knocked you down, land on your back. Try and land on your back. Because one thing about it, if you can look up, you can get up. And that's what he did. He landed on his back and he was able to sit there for that quick second and think, man, how am I going to get up? And he could have called for Papa and Papa would have been right there. I purposely stood back and wanted him to see how to work it out for himself. And that's how God is sometimes in our lives. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with prayer. And we're taught to do that and to seek God. But a lot of times things happen in our lives and God wants to see our strength, our endurance, our ability, the God-given gifts and talents that he gave us to be able to maneuver and work things out for ourselves. Because a lot of times the thing that we think is too heavy, the thing that we feel like is too hard, the struggle that we feel like is too tiresome, it really ain't. Just like with my grandson, if you just step back for a second and just think, okay, what can I do? What can I do to change this situation, to change the state I'm in at this moment? And then once we just take a step back and do it, like the song May said, breathe, stretch, shake, and let it go. Let that thing go and say, you know what? Okay, that's what I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to work it out today. That's how I'm going to get up off my back and continue to push forward in this thing that I got to do, in this goal that I want to achieve, in this person that I'm trying to help take care of, in this extra class that I'm taking so I can get my degree, this extra job that I'm taking so I get me a new car or a home or pay off some bills and get my credit score up. Whatever the case may be that you're dealing with, yeah, you may feel like life has knocked you on your back. And yeah, you may feel the burden of that thing that may be unfamiliar to you at the moment. But if you just sit there and think about it, like the quote say, I keep going back to the quote because it's so powerful. When life knocks you down, think about it. When life knocks you down, try and land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. See, that's the thing is, we can look up and see. It's a different scenario if you face down and you got dirt or mud in your face. And then you sitting there now, you don't even know what's going on. But if you can look up, you can see the sun is still shining. You can feel the wind still blowing. You can see that everything is still everything. It's just a matter of you trying to figure out how to get back on your feet. get back going, get back in the game, keep pressing, keep pushing, keep moving. And that's why we always talk about on Work It Out Wednesday. That's what we got to do sometimes. Sometimes when things are a little out of the ordinary, a little off here, a little off there, and we do feel like sometimes like we don't know how we're going to work it out. But we can't sit down, we can't sit back and just say, well, what am I going to do? You know, my grandson could have laid there and waited and thought that, you know what, well, Papa going to come get me up. But like I told him and like I showed him and wanted him to figure out for himself, you can't do this when you get in the game. You can't sit there and expect Papa or Nana or somebody to come out on the field and get you up every time you fall. And that's the same thing what I'm trying to tell you today. You can't always look for somebody to be there to help you, to help pull you up, to help pick you up. Yeah, we're supposed to be there and encourage each other and support, but sometimes you got to dig up and pull your own bootstraps up and get your own self back in the game. And just like the quote say, if you can look up, you can get up. And so just like the man, like I always tell you, I'm your man Esco for sure in the building. And one thing I always tell you is what? If God gave you 10 toes and you can put them down, that means he kept you around. So once you get up off your back and you get back in the game, you get back on your grind, God kept you around to do something. So guess what that means? On this Work It Out Wednesday, it's grind time, baby. So let's get it. Let's go out.